We're going to change the VGlide on this Club Car DS golf cart today. This is my first attempt at filming, so I got the right cart. That's a good start. Kind of hard to see, but this is the VGlide, this little black pie-shaped box between these two batteries. That is the speed control for some of these older DS golf carts. So they have copper pads in there, they go bad. Some of them have resistors, they go bad. This piece of crap here just broke. What I have to do, I have to take these three batteries out to get to this. There's two screws that go through the plastic housing, through the frame, with two nuts on the bottom. So I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to pull these three batteries out, and if I remember, I'll turn it back on and show you what it looks like without the batteries. Let me back up and tell you, anytime you're going to remove batteries on a golf cart, make yourself a wiring diagram. I make one very simple that shows me where every wire goes. So when I put this back in, it shows me the orientation of the batteries, positive and negative, and it shows me where all the wires go. Because some of these are just so ridiculous with the amount of wires. So, got these three batteries out. This is the VGlide. Okay, opened. They have a cover on it. This is the cover that goes on this thing. Something like that. That's what it looks like. So we pulled that cover off. See these copper pads inside? So when you step on the gas, there's a lever that hooks to this, and you'll see, watch what happens. See how this swipes across? And that's where you get your speed. The higher this goes, the faster it goes. Because on the back of every one of these pads, on this particular one is a resistor. So I'm going to, and there's also a micro switch in there. You can see it right there. That clicks. So there's four wires coming out of this one. A blue, a green, a black, and a white. Okay? So I'm going to pull this off. Again, there's two, let me see if I can see them. There's two bolts that hold this thing on. There, you can see one of them. See how it just goes through the plastic and then through the frame? Then there's another one on the inside of here. Really hard to get to. Crappy design. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to pull that thing out. Okay, here's two VGlides. This one is a new one. See how clean and bright and shiny the copper pads are. There's the micro switch in there. This is the old piece of shit I just took out. Let me pull this down. See how worn those are? And this area up here, I always wear gloves. I don't like to get my hands dirty. You can see where it's all scraped and rough looking. And this other part in the sweeper arm, this part here that moves, has a copper pad. Let me see if you can see it better on this one. So you have a copper pad right here that mounts through here. That's what this wire goes to. And it wears down over time. So this one's new. You can see how fat that one is. And then let me see. See how this one's wearing down? There's actually a line on there. There you go, from the top. You see that line? When it gets down to that line, you need to replace that. But anyway, as this scrapes back and forth across these copper pads, if it's out of a line, what it does, you lose power. It starts jumping and skipping and all kinds of stuff. So this one, and on the back, I forgot to tell you, on the back, let me turn this over. These are all those little resistors I'm telling you about. See all these little resistors that go, they just loop from screw to screw. I believe there's 6 of them on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Some of them have 7. These resistors are all different values, ohm values. So you got to have the proper resistor in the proper location to make this thing work. So anyway, these resistors sometimes go out, and you can buy a new resistor pack and put those on there, because it's hard to find these anymore. This is a brand new one. I think you can still buy this one, but some of them I have to buy in pieces, like just the carcass, and rob old parts from here and put it on. So the best thing you can do is just convert this old cart to a newer system. But anyway, we're going to, this guy's cheap, we're going to try to fix this thing for him. I have more labor in this thing than it's worth. But so anyway, I'm going to try to sand these down, clean them up a little bit, put this thing back in, and see what's happening right now when you drive this baby. If you hold the pedal steady, kind of slow, it's fairly smooth. But when you try to increase it, as the pad gets up into these higher ones, it starts cutting out and running rough and jerking. So we're going to try to see if we can clean this up and sand it down and make it smoother. Okay? Of course, I forgot to take pictures of the VGlide after I sanded it all down with emery cloth, but I did sand it all down and put it all back together, and it actually fixed the hesitation that this fella was experiencing in his cart. So I wanted to at least close out this video and let you know that it worked by taking the VGlide apart and sanding it all down, and it made the surfaces smooth so they make contact, full contact now. And later on we'll probably someday give you more detail videos on VGlides and how to adjust them and things like that. So that's it for this video.